Mo Norman, one of Canada's better golfers, is also known as Canada's Clown Prince of Golf. Horace Brown finds out about this title from Mo himself.
You have a bit of a reputation for clowning on the links. Is this justified?
Well, yes. When I was on the tour, they only stopped me from hitting off the Coke bottles because it was too dangerous in case glass flew up, and people would be looking at you, staring with their eyes a little bigger, and if it ever flew up and hit them, they could sue the PGA. But as far as my big tees and bouncing the ball in my club, balancing it, hitting up in the air and catching in my shirt pocket and my back pocket, they love that.
Well, they tell me, too, that you're a bit of a worry to tournament officials.
Well, about the Coke bottles, that's all.
No, I mean in a tournament.
Well, before, when I was afraid to make a speech, yes. I'd run and hide if I won the tournament.
And now you're not so afraid of making speeches, are you?
Well, now I want to. I got a little bit of confidence, thanks to Bert Turcotte, who's done a lot for me here.
What do you think the future is for Canadian professional golf?
Well, it's getting much bigger now because you got since that bursary tournament started, which has started Al Balding off, who's making a very good living now. Now George Newsom coming up very good, and lots of other younger pros. It makes you work harder because it's 10 weeks on the tour.
Yes, this George Newsom seems to have something on the ball, if you'll forgive the pun.
He's got a lot of confidence and a lot of guts, which you got to have in any sport to be good.
I don't want to put you on any spot, but I'm told that if you would settle down and pay attention to the game, that you could be one of the top stars yourself. Now, how do you feel about that?
Well, I don't think so because, like you said before, I'm the clown. I'm more confident that way, and I've shot 59s and 61s this way. I've got 16 course records. I think I've got some of the best rounds ever shot in one round in Canada, which, in fact, I know I have. There's not too many golfers in the world that have 59 on a par 70.
Do you get more fun out of the game this way by not taking it seriously?
Yes, I've grown up that way, and people like somebody different and still get up there and hit the ball like you just seen my tee shots, and I make it look so easy, and people love that.
You do seem to attract galleries, don't you?
Yes, I like them very much, and I like to give them a laugh.
Of course, I'm kidding you a great deal here, Mo, but actually you do play golf pretty well, and you do take it seriously, don't you?
I still like to win. Everybody likes to win, but I'm just a little different when the crowd is a little quiet. I like to put some spark into them, get them laughing a little bit, and I do.
Do you think that you could ever reach the top ranks and say something like the Masters golf tournament?
Well, that's something you don't know, because you'd always love to, naturally. My first 2 months of my life on the tour, I was leading a major tournament after 60 holes.
How old are you?
31.
What does that mean in terms of golf? It's not like other sports, is it, where age is such a factor?
Well, they say on the tour your best years for a tournament player are between 34 and 43, your best years. And look at today, Sam Snead, 50, and Ben Hogan, and every time they step on the first tee, they're still a major threat.
So your best years are still ahead of you, you figure?
I sure hope so.
What advice would you give to young golfers just starting out, Mo, who want to learn something about the game?
Well, the main thing today, a lot of people don't have right, is the grip, which is the first thing you got to do because you're grabbing the golf club. And the main thing is grab it right.
You can't demonstrate the grip on radio, but how would you explain it?
Well, like they say, you're supposed to see 3 knuckles. Definitely palm and finger grip on the left hand, and strictly a finger grip on the right hand.
Do you have any favorite clubs? Do you prefer woods or irons? Or?
Yes, I like the driver because it's always been the best part of my game. Like, first time I played with Venturi in my life, he called me Pipeline, and I've never forgotten that. Al Baldwin gave me a good plug the other day saying, I just played the Masters last week, he said, and nobody hits them straighter than I do.
That's what they mean by pipeline?
Yes.
What's been the longest drive you've ever made?
About 340 yards, naturally on a hard fairway and downhill.
What's your favorite course?
Oh, we're pretty well all good as far as... I still like a nice, narrow golf course, like Cataraqui and Kingston's very narrow. That's about one of the narrowest courses in Ontario, I would say. But this one-man course we have here in Toronto, Box Grove, is the finest golf course in Canada that I've ever played.
Do you think the time will ever come again when a golfer like Sandy Somerville will come along in Canada to take the top American courses and the top American tournaments?
Yes, I think there will be, because a lot of young kids are playing today. It's getting... Mothers and fathers want to see their kids play today, which is very good.
You do a lot of instructing. Now, I suppose that when you come to instructing, you lay off any clowning, do you?
Yes, well, that's strictly business, and you got to get the people swinging the club right. That's what they're coming to me for, and that's what I'm going to do. And I like doing it.
Do you find that women are making better golfers now than before?
Yes, I would say they are, since Marlene Stewart, who has done very much for Canadian golf. That's because she's won every major amateur tournament in the world.
What would be your biggest thrill in golf, Mo, in any tournament?
Well, the biggest thrill of my life so far is looking at that first invitation to the Masters, which is always anybody's dream to see the Masters, but to play in it is really a thrill.
And how did you make that?
Well, to me, not bad. Nowhere near the top, but still, to me, it felt very good to walk down those fairways with 40,000 people on the side of you walking in the rough, and you're walking down there, and they're all looking at you, so they must think nobody gets in there without doing something.
What was your low score on that?
73.
And you figure you're going to better that as time goes on?
I sure hope so, yes.